Who is it? Who is it? Who could it be? Welcome to Who Is It Jueves with me, your host, La Maestra Loca. Each and every jueves, you can find me here on my YouTube channel interviewing some of the most inspirational educators I have ever had the pleasure of knowing. And with my Loca Lineup, which is 11 carefully curated questions that I have designed to really get at the depth, the core of this educator, you will be walking away inspired and knowing these teachers on a level that you never thought possible. And who knows, you might even walk away with a few tricks up your sleeve on a FriYay Eve. Let's get to it. Who is it? Who could it be? Who is it? Who is it? When I who? Just tell us who. Thanks for being here. Love you, teacher. Welcome once again to Who Is It Jueves with La Maestra Loca. I am so freaking excited for today because today's guest is somebody that we frequently get mistaken for each other. It is somebody who I love, admire, and am always very grateful for because the advice that I'm given from this person for years now has always been on point and just when I need it most. And as much as people think we're very similar, we are very different in many, many different ways, including in different ways that we teach and things that we like in the classroom and don't like. So I'm very excited to interview the one, the only. Yay! I was like, it's gonna come on. There it is.
Go.
Hi. Thank you for being here.
So excited to be here.
I'm so grateful for
I would
you.
miss it.
Okay, before we begin, in case there's anybody who doesn't know you, I recently learned that you no longer teach middle school Spanish, but you've moved to high school. So tell us a little bit about who you are, where you are, what you teach.
Okay, so I am Amy Marshall. I live in Connecticut, but I teach in Massachusetts. And I did teach middle school for a million years, but I finally became proficient in middle school and was passed to high school. And so now I am living the high school dream at Shepherd Hill Regional High School in Dudley, Massachusetts.
Cool. Awesome. What levels do you teach this year?
I have 1 and 2 this year.
Okay, cool. That's what I like most.
It's my favorite.
Yeah.
I love the beginning levels.
Yeah, same. Okay, so have you ever seen any of these interviews before?
I have not.
Okay, I should have asked you that before, but basically, this is called the Loca Lineup, and it's 11 carefully curated questions to get to know the real you.
Oh
I
my,
know.
how exciting.
It's thrilling. It's thrilling. And there might be a bonus question thrown in because I realized I had to start doing that when a couple people had seen them. And then I was like, well, you know every question that is to come. So I need to throw something in there that you don't know. So you'll probably have a bonus question somewhere in there. Okay. Number 1, are you ready?
I'm so ready.
Okay, it's gonna be
I'm
great.
excited.
If you could describe yourself as a dessert, what would it be?
Oh, as a dessert.
Mhm.
It would be a chocolate ice cream cone, but it would have to be a waffle cone.
Okay.
Have to be some sort of like surprise candy in the bottom, like, to stop up
In the
whole.
cone.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like that. Like
Yeah.
like dark chocolate or regular chocolate ice cream?
Mm. Well, Friendly's forbidden chocolate, if we're going to be specific. Or peanut butter chocolate is also another acceptable.
Okay.
Yes, but you got to have some sort of a surprise in the bottom of the cone because that's like, yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, that is perfect. Okay, what is your favorite rejoinder to teach?
Oh, favorite rejoinder is no es justo.
No es justo.
No es justo.
Good one.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
not fair. That's not fair. No es
Not
justo.
fair. It's not fair. I mean, it's something that they want to say so often
Yeah.
that they need it early on and a lot of it.
Yeah, they
And
could that's when they want to complain about how I'm doing things. I'm like, if you're gonna complain, do it in Spanish. No es justo.
great, no es justo.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when they don't behave, then I say, no es justo.
No es justo. So real. Okay. Number three. If you could be instantly fluent in another language, what would it be? And no, I'm not gonna give any stipulations. Go ahead.
All right. If I can say Mandarin, I'm going to say Mandarin because I'm working so hard and I'm so excited learning it. And I can see glimmers of what's coming and I can understand so much more than I can do. And I just want it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That was going to be my stipulation because I knew. So now that we're friends on Duolingo, and
Yes.
I could see all that you're doing. I was like blown away because I mean, I lived in outside of Shanghai,
Hmm.
and in 5 months, then 6 months, I was there for a little less than 9 months.
Hmm.
I was able to do a ton, but I think it's because of what I went there with understanding wise, acquisition wise, you know what I mean?
Yes.
And so
Oh my gosh, yes.
I use it for demos all the time, but when I can look at your Duolingo score, you're so far beyond me. So I'm so excited.
Hmm. Yeah, I've really carefully curated how I learn
Hmm.
my Mandarin.
Yeah,
And I actually don't spend much time on Duolingo right now. I'm like on the chairman's bow and there's a couple other Chinese ones that I'm on that I watch. I read for like 15 minutes to a half hour every day. I'm like
so
listening
cool.
to stuff. So just to like, yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's so cool.
And then I have tutors on Preply that
Oh,
I
wow.
that I do, and then I've curated. And again, they're CI teachers, and I've taught them to teach me the way that I want to be taught. And
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I think that's really fascinating how we as professionals who do this for students,
yeah.
how
Hmm.
it influences the way that we acquire our next
Yeah,
language.
because we know what we need.
Yeah. Yeah. That was my favorite part of living there is anytime they would be like correcting, they would do these
Yeah.
things with the tones. I was like, oh, blah, blah,
I'll
blah. They were
get
like,
there.
what are
I'll
you
get
doing? I'm like, ah, I'll get there.
there. It's coming. It's coming.
Okay. Okay. What is one thing that you could never teach without?
Oh, I could never teach without my, my castanets.
Seriously, what do you do with castanets?
That's like my attention grabber. That's like
I didn't
my,
know that.
yeah. So like while I'm teaching, I have my laser pointer on one finger and I have my castanets on my other. So like if somebody's not paying attention or they're off task, I go right in there. Or like sometimes I throw it under my leg, right?
Mhm.
And then, or like they're behind my back, or if I need to call the group back to attention, right? If we've been doing something, I just clack, 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 you know. Yeah.
I
So
love that.
it's just such an easy, it's a cultural thing that I can throw in.
Yeah.
And at the same time, like it works. I just click, 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 and they know immediately that's what I need your attention. Come on.
Sometimes under my leg. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
I feel like around the back, you know.
Oh, so good. Um, what is a weird food combination that you swear by?
Peanut butter and Fritos. It's a fantastic. I love peanut butter and Fritos.
How did you discover that?
As a kid, like I'd get it, mom would always send me with a bag of Fritos, a peanut butter sandwich, and a Hostess cupcake. And I just discovered that like I kind of like the two together. And so I started taking my sandwich apart and putting the Fritos on the bread. And then I also like to smush them. I was like, "Mm, it's really yummy. It's a yum. Listen, don't knock it till you've tried it. I know people are gonna listen to this and think that I'm absolute freaky,
No,
but
that's
it's good. The
fascinating.
salty with the sweet, it's nice.
Yeah. Huh.
Mm.
Okay. What is one tip that you have for teachers who are new to acquisition-driven instruction?
Mm.
Or it could also be one tip you have for teachers who are new to teaching in general.
So Teachers new to teaching in general, I say classroom management is your biggest obstacle. And knowing your expectations before you get there is the most important thing. Knowing how you're going to manage things and how you're going to deal with those is the hardest thing.
Yeah.
If I were going to say something to an acquisition driven instructor, I would say give yourself permission to go slower than you are already going. Like
Mhm.
I gave myself, when I moved to high school, I gave that to myself as a gift. I'm going to go as slow as I want. And I've like, like I listen to all the teachers and how many units they're covering in SOMOS and this, that, and the other. And I'm like, yeah, I'm just wrapping up unit 4. Here we
Uh,
are. And I've been doing like, and I'll spend over a month on a unit
yeah.
because let's sit and soak in it. Like they
Yeah.
need to soak in the juices for them to be able to do it. And I think
Yeah.
you and we put pressure on ourselves so
Mhm.
much to feel like I got to get this done. I got to get to here. I got to get to here. But if I get really well done with the little bit that I've done, as opposed to half well
Mm.
on a lot of stuff, I think I'm in a better position for having covered less and having done it more thoroughly.
And they feel better too. They don't know what we're supposed to do.
They do. And like I think one of the challenges that we always face is getting away from third person and getting kids comfortable with first and second person as well. And like for the first time ever in these last couple few years, like I've got kids that are just as comfortable in first and second person as they are in third person. And I'm like, look at and it's just because I'm spending so much time on the same thing and making them, I do a lot of 2PRS 2.0 and making them
Yeah.
tell me describe what you heard. What do you know? Who you be one of the characters and tell me everything that you know. And they're all just like, "Mm."
Yeah.
So
That's
I think going slow is the most important thing.
that's cool, Amy. Will you do a brain break with me?
I will.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. What should we do? Uh,
Um,
this is the biggest failure with this is like these interviews are so successful, and then I get to this one and I never prep something in advance. Okay, I have an idea.
okay.
Go and find something. Um, Go and find something the color pink or purple and hold it so close to the camera that I'm gonna have to guess what the object is. I'm gonna do the same thing.
Okay.
Ready,
All
set, go.
right. Go. Oh my goodness. Okay, hold on now. Oh, you can tell it's too easy.
No, I closed my eyes because I saw you coming.
Okay.
Um, a couch cushion.
Now,
Uh, Ooh, it looks inappropriate. Is it a booty?
it is not inappropriate, I promise.
Is it a stuffed animal?
Kinda.
Uh,
That's pretty good guess, but it's not an animal.
it's a peluche of some kind. It's like a stuffed something. Stuffed
Yeah, yeah,
something.
yeah. Yeah, yeah,
Stuffy.
yeah.
A stuffy. A little throwable stuffy. A throw stuffy. Uh,
You could shoot your eye out, but you're
uh,
never gonna get it, ever.
oh, dang it.
It's a prop that I use in my classes that just happens to be at home.
A teddy bear. A purple
Mm.
teddy bear.
No, because it's not an animal.
Oh, no, it's not animal.
Look
Um,
at it now. Can you see? Oh,
great. Great. A flower.
yeah.
Yes.
It's
What
a
is it?
flower with a smiley face. All right. Yours it looks like some dough, or is it a card? It's not a card. You know what I mean? It looks like almost like Play-Doh. It looks like a lump of Play-Doh.
It does kind of does it texture wise. It's very
Um,
heavy.
it's very heavy. Is it a paperweight? Oh, I know
No,
what
but
it
it's
is.
light.
It's a weight. It's a weight. I
Yeah.
was as I said
I didn't
paperweight.
realize how hard it would be to be up here. I should have let you guess first.
Okay. Yeah. Look at a little good arm workout while you were at it.
Yeah. Oh, look at your cute little flock. Oh, how cute. I'm Pialia. Okay, here we go. Oh, I was looking for my next question. I'm like, where is it? It's here. Okay. What is your favorite activity for acquisition?
Oh, I love story asking. Story asking is where I'm happiest. acting and playing and puppets and just teaching them to be playful.
And I remember this past when we did a webinar with Conference in the Cloud last month with Express Fluency, you mentioned that you love it just as much with high school, like teaching them to be playful. Uh-oh, are you there? She'll pop. Hello. So
Oh,
in the webinar that we did with Express Fluency last month, you said that you love teaching your high schoolers to play just as much, that you find
no.
it just as wonderful.
Yes. Because
Um,
they don't know. They don't
yeah,
know. And I feel like and it's still like sometimes they get it and they jump into it and they're like, yeah, yeah, like we had a full-blown sword fight the other day. We're doing Myra's revision of Piratas and like we had a full-blown sword fight and I was like, yes, we're playing and acting and reading and all that stuff. But then on another day they'll be like, and you've got to like draw them out and teach them again. Like this is how it is. You can still play. You're not
yeah,
too cool for school.
yeah.
Um, and
That's
so I love that. And like my best days are the days that they agree to play with me.
yeah. It's so
Mhm.
important that they have a space to do that too. You
Mhm.
know,
Mhm.
kids grow up way too fast.
They do.
Um, okay, what is your favorite word in the target language? And I'm not going to specify what target language that is.
Mm. Well, then I'm gonna have to give you two. I'll give you one in English and one in
Okay.
Chinese. All right. Oh, not English, one in Spanish and one in Chinese. So Spanish, I love babosa, slug.
Babosa.
Slug. And I also love pantuflas. It's just a good sound.
Pantufla.
So
I don't know that one.
slippers, pantuflas.
Oh, cool.
It's just a fun word.
Yeah.
My favorite word in Mandarin is mama hoo hoo.
Mama hoo hoo.
Mama
I
hoo.
I love mama hoo hoo. And my
And
other
all my Spanish students know mama hoo hoo. If I say ¿Cómo estás? They'll go mama hoo hoo.
I love that. I love the word 恶心 in Mandarin. 恶心, like for disgusting. It's like you know how we say in Spanish you say que asco?
Mhm.
In Mandarin you can say 恶心.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
And budang. Like I don't know how to read and I don't know how to do characters, so like I wouldn't know to
Okay.
tell you what it is,
Right, 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 right.
but yeah. Yeah, I like that just because it makes your face look like 恶心. Yeah. Yeah, it's good. Okay. Um, what number am I thinking of?
Um, three.
That's so close. That would have been my second thought.
Darn it.
I was thinking of three times three.
Oh my goodness, nine.
I
All right,
know.
well, I was in the region.
You were almost there. It's wild. Okay, what? Oh, is that number 10 already? Oh, you're already on the last question. Well, ding, 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 ding. That means it's time for a bonus question.
How exciting. Honored for
Okay,
a bonus question.
I am noticing that you have a lot of characters behind you, which
Mhm.
tells me you might like Disney or cartoons or
Mhm.
what is your favorite of all time if you could only pick one
Goodness, my favorite cartoon of all time
ever?
ever. That is so hard, Annabelle. Um, I would have to say, um, I was a huge Scooby-Doo fan growing
Oh,
up. Scooby-Doo was my boy. But with my kids, I loved Phineas and Ferb because my
oh,
kids were all Hannah was Candace and my boys were Phineas and Ferb and I was Perry the Platypus.
oh,
Yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah.
so fun.
We joke.
I, my brother really loved Phineas and Ferb.
Mm,
I, I think I would pick like a movie, and it would be probably Princess and the Frog.
I've never seen it.
Really?
Can you believe that? I haven't ever seen that one.
I
Because
love.
that was one that came out like right when they were older.
They were just old
They
enough
were
to not
just
care to see it in theater
yeah,
or
and I
whatever.
just never
Yeah.
Like, because all the other ones, like, I had to watch them 5,000 times on the couch, you know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
It's very New Orleans. It's very
Mm,
like she's kind of like Mulan, where like
mhm.
Mulan and Tiana are my favorite princesses of all time because they just don't need a man to do something for them.
Yes, love
They're
that.
just like, I'm just
Yes,
gonna
that's what I love
like
about
I make
them.
my own dreams come true. I work hard for
Mhm.
myself, like I
That's right.
just really like that. Yeah.
That's right. I love that.
Yeah, you'd like it. I think you should watch it sometime.
Okay.
Are you coming to Actville when it's here in New Orleans?
I will probably not be
Okay.
at Asheville. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is that this coming year?
Yeah, it's in New Orleans, and that's why I was thinking maybe you should watch it before you come here. But you can come
Mm,
here anytime and visit me,
that's true.
you know.
hmm
Yeah.
hmm
Bring the girls. It could be a really fun
Oh,
night.
they love that.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Awesome. Okay, last question.
Okay.
What is something that your students would say about you 30 years from now when they think back to Spanish class with you,
Mm.
with Profe?
They would say that I always fed them when they were hungry.
I love that.
Mhm. I have a drawer in my desk, and they all know how they know what snacks I have, and they know how to ask for them in Spanish. And so nobody ever goes hungry in my class. And I know
Mhm.
because and I've got kids that just like snacks and we're not hungry, but I got kids that I know didn't have food in their fridges. So I always have food in my desk for
I
every.
love that. That's so important. You're putting their human needs
Yeah.
first.
Yeah, I try. I try.
Yeah, that's important. They will remember that. I love that.
Mm.
Okay, how can people connect with you? How can they learn from you? How can they support you? I literally, speaking of supporting you, I am doing an adult class online right now.
Oh,
And I literally before class was like, I just wish I had some sort of virtual background for like, and I was like, I bet Amy has this. I went to your TPT store and I was like, bye, 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 bye,
oh
bye.
my gosh, yes. And I've got all these too. I'll just share this whole file with you.
Oh my gosh, it's like amazing. It's
Yeah, but
amazing.
I got some fun ones for you. They'll be
I
coming.
love.
When we finish here, I'll share that whole thing with you.
Okay, well,
Um,
go ahead and tell people how they can support you and connect with you.
so you can connect me. My website is Zona de Profes at Weebly.
Yeah.
Zona de I'm sorry, I'm stumbling up. Zonadeprofes.weebly.com.
Zonadeprofes.weebly.com.
Weebly dot
Yes.
com.
And then, oh, it's so pretty. And then
And then
they
I'm on Teachers Pay Teachers as Zona de Profes too.
yes, that's what I thought it was. Okay.
Yeah, I'm Zona de Profes on TPT. Um,
So
and yeah,
pretty.
and I would love to connect.
Yeah, you're incredible. Thank you so much. You're such a gift. Thank you for this interview. Thank you for being part of Who Is It Jueves? And until next time, y'all, I will be supporting you this year until I am back in the classroom next year. And who
Yeah.
knows where I'll land. I don't think I'll be end up in high school again though. I admire you for that, but I don't know.
In case I question the wisdom of it, but
Like, okay, adios.
adios.
Bye, y'all.